I'm David Asper. I've just finished chairing the 2014 Winnipeg Real Estate Forum, and I also moderated the final panel of the day. It was a very interesting day, and I tried in the final panel to summarize some of the things that we had heard during the day that, on the one hand, made us feel very enthusiastic and positive about the Winnipeg real estate market. But that was offset with some potential areas of concern, and we heard in our final panel that some of the major real estate investors are looking at 2014 with a bit of caution. The interesting part was that Winnipeg produced the best returns in the country according to Altus in 2013, and yet when we asked the audience whether they were cautious or pessimistic or optimistic, you'd think with those returns people would be optimistic, and yet the vast majority of the audience was cautious. And maybe that's what ties into the nature of our market, which is stable. We don't have crazy wild expectations, and we are cautious. And maybe that's what makes the market actually attractive and produce the returns that it does produce. We had some very interesting sessions on office and on new investment coming into Winnipeg. And it's pretty clear that there's a lot of capital available for real estate investment. Some of those and some of the funds talked about their concern about the availability of supply, particularly of premium real estate. This led to a discussion about what happens to the real estate that's not getting sold or leased up, and it's decaying, and the potential problem of obsolescence, which led us then into another interesting discussion about the REITs and the pension funds, instead of being buyers, and this trend has already started, starting to get into the field of development. And will they be the ones who drive the redevelopment of what is now the obsolescent Class B office, for example, or unused and unusable warehouse and industrial, into whatever it's to become. So it was a very fascinating and fluid discussion through the whole day, and I think people left feeling positive about the Winnipeg real estate market, feeling that you have to be smart about how you're investing your money. The big players have got a little bit more leeway. They're more aggressive on price. For smaller and middle-sized investors, you obviously have to be very careful. We had some very positive dialogue about the multifamily residential market in Winnipeg. Richard Morantz talked about being very positive, and not just about his sector and his asset class, but about Winnipeg and Canada generally. So overall, I think we had an excellent discussion, and I think the networking opportunities were spectacular. About a quarter to a third of the audience was not from Winnipeg, which got us exposed to people who are coming from other markets, and they getting exposed to our market. And hopefully that will turn into business, and hopefully it'll drive hopefully we'll come back in 2016 and we'll say, wow, the 14 real estate forum was a great thing, and out of that I met so-and-so and we did this deal, and the world's a better place.